think it's going to be a pretty good call. We'll let GoToWebinar get you all seated. We'll have your, what do they call that? Not concierge, but have the usher show, the go-to usher show you to your seat, if you will. So yeah, tonight's going to be I think it's going to be a pretty good call. There's a lot of takeaways from it that I think apply to everything, no matter what. But it's going to have a bit of a different feel to it for sure, a bit of a physical products kind of feel. But we're going to open tonight's call here with just a little bit of a, just a bing, light bulb moment, real kind of quick, and talk about a couple things and some ways to get into that kind of physical products e-com that are substantially more hassle-free than any other model that's out there. And it's not really a new model, but I think it's often overlooked, so we're going to talk about that. We're talking about some Facebook marketing for the most part. Does anyone want to talk about some Facebook marketing? More importantly, we're going to talk about deep funnel mechanics. And I'm going to show you exactly what I'm about to do to grow a $7,500 a month brand to $50,000 a month. I'm going to show you the exact steps. I think we're going to wind up having to do, I'll let you guys choose. We can either do a second call where I cover the mechanics, the actual setup, or I probably have to do a video. Because here's the thing, I can't do the actual mechanics because I don't want the campaign to go live just yet. I want it to go live on Monday for some reasons we'll talk about later. So then what I thought was we could do another call where I show you actually how to set up some of these steps that we're going to talk about, the why and the how of tonight. So if that's cool with you guys, that's the way I would prefer to do it, is we'll do a second call. And tonight we'll just kind of do the overview, and I'll kind of show you what the goals are, and I'll kind of show you the tactics and the flow, and then we'll do mechanics on another call. Is that a problem past you, Bell?
Hey, love it. Sounds good to me.
It does, huh?
Yeah, sounds real good.
You should just talk for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Go.
What are we talking about?
I could care less. I just, you had made some comments there right before the program this evening that you were going to sit back and do a whole lot of nothing because it was my call tonight. So.
Well, it was because I was so excited about this topic because I've never used Shopify. So I said, hey, I get to be an observer today. I get to, be the student learning from the teacher. So it was all complimenting you, Dave.
I see. Well, we're not going to talk that much about Shopify. So, yeah, I hope you're still entertained or, engaged or whatever the heck the deal is. Should we dive into this? I'm going to close my question box out of the way here. Get it the heck out of the way. You guys ready to roll? Looks like the attendance is stabilized. You kids in the back row, sit the hell down. Okay? I don't want to see any grab-assing going on there at the back of the bus. All right. Here's the deal. This is inside of my eBay seller account. All right? You're going to see what the products are here in just a little bit. And you can see right here the at-a-glance stat. This is live as of today. You can see I've pretty much built this brand over the last 90 days, right? There was a little activity playing around testing some things the month before, but over the last 90 days, we've built an $8,000 a month brand with mostly eBay traffic. Okay, mostly just natural eBay traffic. Now, what's going on here is there's actually two brands combined here into eBay. One of them is some Jeep bumper stuff, and one of them is some welding table stuff, okay? We're going to talk about the welding table stuff tonight for the most part. The way I did this, well, you guys were actually here. Let's see. I want to show you guys something. You tell me. This is strictly on Jeep parts, okay? And this was done intentionally poorly. We've talked about this a few times on the Thursday Think Tank. I did not drop any retargeting pixels. I did not collect any opt-ins. I didn't do any of that on this particular ad set. I did it for a very specific reason. What I did do was put a call to action in the Facebook ad where I said, make me an offer in my eBay store. Okay? Make me an offer, because eBay lets you do that. Make me an offer in my eBay store. I did not track conversions. I did not track any kind of a link going to eBay. However, I did shut this campaign off and restart it several times to measure its effectiveness. And it was pretty much responsible for driving all of the Jeep-related parts traffic that I had on eBay, which is about a third of the revenue that you just saw on that last screen. We'll talk about that in just a minute too. But I want you to look at some stats here. So 59,508 video views, reach 74,198. So that means this thing got about 15,000 reaches more than results, right? If that's the way you want to say that, okay? So $405 spend. You can see right here, 1 cent per video view is what Facebook's reporting, right? Well, if I do the math, because Facebook just can't list lower than a cent, you can see I'm actually getting extremely targeted video views here for 0.7 of a cent. Okay, what do you guys think you could do with 60,000 new leads at 0.7 of a cent? Okay, now if we take a look deeper into the ad set here, come on, here we go. And we go one more. And I gotta move this. And Jason, you might even need to help me fix this. It's got to be under engagement.
I got it.
The cost per click and all that crap. I never remember where the heck.
Yeah, you go there. Go back to that drop down there.
Yeah.
Yep, and then go to custom
clicks. This will get me there, won't it?
There you go. Yep, you should do there.
Okay, and how do I get rid of this damn thing?
I don't think you can, man.
All right. Well, that's silly.
That new layout.
Okay, so relevance score, 10 out of 10. Okay, now this ad set ran for 2 months. Turned it on and off a couple of times, okay? 2 months. So 10 out of 10 relevance score, even after the frequency crossed over the 2 range, okay? Clicks, 7,327. Let's take a look at this again. So it's $408 something total ad spend divided by 7,327 clicks. Okay, I paid a little over a nickel a click. A little over a nickel a click. 7,000 new leads took the action I wanted them to take. I ran the campaign shitty. Does that mean anything to anybody? Now, I want you guys to realize here that this is the targeting that we built live in the Thursday Think Tank in May. Remember? Was anybody here? We built that targeting list. Okay. We've sold, like I said, we're selling approximately $2,500 to $3,000 a month in eBay directly. We're also selling about double that through Facebook messages and direct invoicing. So I can comfortably say that this campaign resulted in about $20,000 of revenue at about 35% margin on a $405 ad spend over 2 months. Does everybody see the ROI there? Gerald says, imagine if you ran it right. Exactly, Gerald. Let's talk about running it right. We're going to take a little side step here just for a second. This is a new Shopify store, okay, that I built out to support this brand of welding tables. to support the campaign that we're going to talk about here tonight. But before we do that, I'm going to put the tail end of the call at the beginning of the call here. And I'm going to do it because now I've showed you this, okay? As of last Friday, a week from tomorrow, or a week ago from tomorrow, at 4:30 p.m., I had absolutely zero Shopify experience. Zero. I had logged into a Shopify account 2 or 3 times. Okay? Between Friday at 5 p.m. and Sunday at 5 p.m., and Jason can verify this, I built this entire store. I did every graphic. I designed every logo. I wrote every piece of text. It still needs about 4 or 5 hours worth of work. It still needs like an About Us and a couple of blog posts. Okay? But all of the pixels that I need are in place. Everything is in place, and this thing is ready to go. We have a couple things to figure out on shipping, and this goes live on Monday. Okay? I did this in one damn weekend, and I have never done it before. And I talked to Jason the Sunday night after pulling this off, and I said, why can't people get things done? Is it because it's too painful? Because I experienced some pain here. Let me tell you something. I put about 35 hours into this in a 60-hour span, okay? But I needed it done. It had to be done. I don't have time to do it during the week. I'm running not only a laser company, but a marketing company. You guys know that because you're here right now. I found the time to get it done, and I endured the pain, okay? So let's talk about this for a quick second. Because I know for a fact now that anybody could do this. I couldn't say that before, but now I know exactly what it takes, and I know damn well anybody could do it. Why aren't we, as offliners, approaching some little local mom and pop stores, right? That have a product line of their own, but have no e-commerce presence whatsoever. And saying, hey, I'll build the whole thing out. I'll drive the traffic. You just got to give me all your pictures. You got to give me some content, which you can probably scrape from their website. It just don't have a store on it. And I'm going to set the whole thing up and run it. You got to let me do it for, a year and a half, and I'm going to take 15%. Why don't we do that? Let me see in the question box what you guys think about that. Could I speak about the source of the products for the welding tables? I manufacture the products myself in a manufacturing company that I own. But that's not the point of this call, okay? If you're doing physical products, what I just said is relevant. I don't care, Dan. 15% of gross or net. I don't care. Doesn't matter. Haven't thought that far into it, right? What I do know is after showing somebody this store, a guy that runs a wholesale manufacturing company, they are foaming at the mouth to have me come set up a retail side to their wholesale side. Big dollar products, don't have to sell much of it. If I was paying you 15% of the sales from this store, which I would gladly do if I could find somebody that wanted to live it like they owned it, right? You would be making, big cake here just based off the eBay traffic. If I can just duplicate the eBay traffic on this store, which I should be able to do, that's a nice return for a local guy. So I think that's a model that many, many of you should consider exploring, especially if you've had issues with trying to sell the service-based stuff to offline, but yet you feel like you should be an offliner, right? What are you passionate about? If you're super passionate about, rabbit hutches, go sell rabbit hutches online. Find somebody that builds rabbit hutches that don't have an online store and go do it. I sent an email that got you guys here. I'm going to tell you why you'll never be as good as me at what I do. Did that piss anybody off that's actually on the call? Or did the people that get pissed off not show up? Right? Because here's what I meant. I meant to shock you. I meant to grab your attention, but here's what it meant. It means I take my own path. You've never taken my path. How could you possibly be as good at it as me, right? You need to take your own path too. Don't let sales pages that you've been reading for 2, 3 years convince you what direction is best for your business. I would encourage some of you to take a hard look at yourself, possibly step outside the box a little bit and consider this model, because I know it's viable. All right, does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions? We're going to move on here to traffic targeting and funnels. But this is what we're going to be driving the traffic to ultimately, is this store and this truckload sale, which is going to happen for the month of September, okay? And we actually did this. We purchased an entire semi-truckload of steel to save a bunch of money. So when it's gone, it's gone. That gives me the ability to legitimately say that. Any questions? Will I show the video that got the views? Yeah, I could do that real quick. Is there a quick way to get there, Jason? Can't talk. I'm a mouthful of popcorn.
Yeah, to the right there where your post is at,
Oh, I gotta close the go-to box.
go to see post at the bottom, under objective, right under the video, and you can see it live in the,
I'm screwed.
right there, on the bottom. No, right there, see post. It's showing the news feed.
Got it. All right. I have no idea how long this is. I think it was too long. It is 4 minutes and 46 seconds. You guys won't be able to hear this, but what it is just a screencast overview that I did in my CAD platform talking about this new bumper and why they would love it. I actually never took a single picture, I don't believe, of this bumper. It was 100% the CAD rendered model. I may have completely screwed this up because the video player appears to be busted. Maybe if I back it up a little.
Man, those are some amazing stats, though, Dave.
They are amazing stats, aren't they?
They really are, man.
0.7 video views.
Wow.
So you get the idea. You guys, if you want to check it out, you can go to Tab and Slot on Facebook. You can see the video. It's there in a post. I didn't pull the post. I just killed the traffic. Okay? So, let me see. Where'd my question box go? Let me get that damn thing back up so I can see what's going on. Okay, does the video also appear on the eBay ad itself or just Facebook ad? Actually, I do have the video or a video on the eBay ad. And you can search for Tab and Slot on Facebook, and you'll find the page. Please don't leave any dumbass comments. You know, that's my business. That's my bread and butter, so don't do anything stupid. Well, you gotta say that shit. You know, you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to put railings up around ballparks either, but pretty soon ballparks are all going to have seat belts, so...
Well, good thing is nobody on this call would do anything like that, so...
Yeah, well, this guy, thanks for trusting us. No, I hear you. You know, it happens. That's the bottom line. As much as we tell people, please don't screw this up, it happens. So I kind of feel compelled to say that, okay? So, we did everything wrong. We didn't capture an opt-in. We didn't set a retargeting pixel. We didn't set any tracking codes. The video is too long. Right? We did everything wrong. And we had no place to drive them other than to eBay to buy the product. And we actually wound up, like I said, selling about double in Facebook through Facebook messages by people asking how much and us just telling them and sending them a QuickBooks invoice, which is a long, tedious, and not efficient process. Okay? So I want to take a look first at what some of the supporting material is going to be, okay? So let me pull up the new video, and let me see. Let me find it. Let me pull up the new video, and yeah, that didn't work. Hang on one second. It's coming. I think I moved it to here recently so it would be safe. There it is. Okay. And let me do this. Okay. I'm going to unplug this and just hold my mic up to the speakers so you guys can hear this real quick. This video is 1 minute and 45 seconds. And I worked painstakingly to get this down to exactly 1 minute 45 seconds. I'm going to play this for you, and then I'll tell you exactly why I did exactly what I did. Hi, I'm Dave, and this is my laser shop, Tab and Slot. We do a lot of really cool things here, from sheet laser work to tube laser work, bending, tube bending, forming, fabricating, design, engineering, welding. Most of what we do here are three-dimensional tab and slot weld fixtures. On top of that, we also manufacture our own line of welding tables under the brand Certiflat. We've been selling our Pro table on eBay for about 6 months now, and you can see the feedback is exceptional. But today I'm here to announce something that we're super excited about. Let me introduce you to our newest line of weld tables, Fab Blocks. Fab Blocks are modular 3D welding table systems, and with the addition of Fab Wings, Fab Blocks are infinitely configurable to build the exact welding table you need to get the job done. When you're finished, simply remove the Fab Wings, store the table away in a corner. And to celebrate the launch of our new Fab Block and Fab Wing system, we're giving away a complete Fab Block 3D modular welding table system that's worth almost $1,000. Not only that, we're giving away a ton more stuff in the month of September to celebrate the launch of our new Fab Blocks. We've also bought a truckload of steel to save 35%, and we're passing that savings down to you. If you'd like to learn more and enter to win your complete welding table system, no strings attached, as some of the weekly prizes that we're giving away all through the month of September, simply click the Learn More button right below this video, and we'll take you to a page where you can enter to win. It's as easy as that. My name's Dave, and I hope you have a great day. All right, could you guys hear that, Jason? I hope you could, because I don't want to do it again.
Yeah, no, I heard it fine. Solid.
Okay, wonderful. It's not beautiful. It's not wonderful. It's what I could put together with the equipment and the tools that I had, okay? But I want to talk about exactly why it's structured the way it is. So I'm just going to scroll through it here. First of all, it's going on Facebook. It needs to be personal. People needed to see my face and, you know, make this correlation between myself and the laser cutting, right? 2, I wanted them to know exactly what we do here. I figured this was the best way to accomplish that, okay? Let me move to here. Do I have to hit play every time it does this? Yeah, okay. Let me scroll just a little bit. All right. I wanted to show some of the more high-tech things that we do, right? We have a tube laser. Not many people do. And I have welding tables in the background. That's the main product, right? But I'm not telling them, hey, that's what this is. But I'm showing it to them. Okay, here, this is a form of social proof. I talk about all of the 3D weld fixtures we do that cost a lot more than the product that you're looking at right now winning, right? People that weld know this is a $5,000, $6,000 fixture, and they know who it's for, which gives us a ton of credibility, okay? This I put in there simply as a lead-in to be able to show the social proof that has all of the feedback that we've generated for welding tables on eBay over the last 90 days. Okay, it's important to use the social proof if you have it. Okay, I pointed out a second time that it's 100% feedback. All right, keep in mind this is a giveaway. However, they already know it's a giveaway before they watch the video, which is why I felt comfortable not getting to the giveaway portion until the middle of the video. They're already going to know that. I'll explain why in just a minute. Here, we're giving them enough information about the product to know that it's badass and know that they want it, but we're not telling them enough about the prize package. where they won't go someplace to learn more about it. That's critical. Does everybody understand that point? I'm going to stop for a second. Does everybody understand the point I just made? Where's my question box? Here it is. Get this open. Yes, absolutely. I have to tell them enough that they understand, for the most part, the benefit, but they have lots of questions still. Oh my God, it's safety glasses on, people. It's all gone bad. Okay? So you have to get them to want to learn more. Teaser, exactly, Ken. Okay? Now we get into the contest. Okay? Right here. This is also going to be the thumbnail slide on the video. So this is what they're going to see before they click play. I'm also going to have text copy above the video. What did I spell wrong?
I didn't notice anything spelling-wise. Uh-oh.
I don't know. Did I spell something wrong? It'll all get checked anyway, and I can slip a picture in. Seriously and truly, on the previous slide. Really? 2 of them? Great. All right. Thanks, man. I'll fix it. Yeah, the website has not been proofread yet either. I have somebody lined up to do all of that over the weekend, which is why I don't want any of this going live till Monday. Okay? Thank you, though. All right. Let's keep moving. So they're going to see this as the thumbnail, right? They're already going to know that they're entering to win. Okay? I make sure and point out the monetary value, right? What is this worth? It's $1,000. If you remember back in the video, I timed this with telling them this is almost $1,000 package, okay? I don't want to exclude anybody, so we're going to give away a bunch of other stuff. Stefan, I'm glad you brought that up. Points out that I also stated 35% and the slide says 43%. That is not a mistake. I'm saving 35% on the truckload of steel. However, you can save up to 43% on a welding table during the truckload sale. I intentionally did that because I think it will trigger some open lines of communications with some customers who will send an email, reach out, contact us, call, or text specifically to ask, which is it, 35% or 43%? But thank you for paying attention and noticing that. Okay? This is what Stefan was talking about right here. All right? Plain call to action instructions. This is what I want you to do. Okay? We talked about it a couple weeks ago, might have been last week even. You can add call to action buttons to a Facebook campaign, to a Facebook video now. Okay? There's like 7, 8 buttons to pick from. I'll be using the Learn More button. I'll show you where that goes in just a minute. I'm going to grab a sip of water here. Don't take a chance that they don't know what to click on. Tell them what you want them to do. Okay? Tell them what you want them to do. You've already told them at this point why they should do it. Now it's time to give them very specific instructions about the next action that you want them to take. Okay? Learn More button. Remember that. Okay, the next slide, what do I do? Anybody want to take a guess? Anybody remember? What do I do on the next slide? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? Come on, nobody was paying attention? Exactly. Bill got it. Bill got it. I tell them the exact same thing, only this time I take all chance of them not understanding it out of the question, and I point at the damn button. Okay? I also tell them that, hey, this is only going to take you 15 seconds. This isn't a big, long entry form. And I reassure them that this is an easy process to sign up for. Okay? From here, it really doesn't matter okay? You've gotten your call to action out. There's people that will tell you that there should be a longer outro on a video. I don't really care. This is what I'm doing. Does anybody have any questions about the video before we move on? Anybody? Jason, do you have any questions about the video?
No, I'm paying attention.
You're lying. You're sitting back, probably on your fourth bowl of popcorn.
No.
You're probably sprinkling spinach powder on it or something right now.
Look at you. In fact, though, I will tell you, I had some popcorn with some kale on it last night. It was
Man, see, I told you.
you know, it wasn't something I did. I just bought it, and it tastes pretty good for like the
I know
first bites.
there's such a dramatic difference between kale and spinach too that you can laugh off my statement.
Whatever, man.
All right. All right. Okay. James says the sequence is slicker than a boiled. Oh, he can't say. Yeah, I'm here yet. Okay, so here's what we're going to do now. We've got a short video. It encourages them to want to learn more. They understand the value of the prize. They understand how easy it is to get the prize. They understand how to get the prize. We need to take them to a squeeze page, right? We need to take them to a landing page where we can try and collect an email, okay? This is the lander. I'm going to close my question box here and move it out of the way. The lander tells them when's the prize drawing going to be held. More proof. If they're skeptical that they might have a chance, you know what I'm saying? And I need to edit this because this didn't include the casters. I already know about it, but thank you. A second video that's not much longer, okay? This one's going to be about 3.5, maybe touch on 4 minutes, okay? Now, if I really wanted to get super sick with this funnel, I'd add a third video. But because of the model, I'm not going to do that, okay? Relatively informal page that does a couple of things, okay? Number one, we're constantly telling them that even though this is an enter to win a contest, you are never going to save this much money ever again. Okay, here, lower than eBay pricing. We tell them flat out, after you sign up, we're going to send you over to our new online store to check it out. Okay, again, prices are strictly limited to stock on hand. Once the load of steel is gone, prices go back to normal. Okay, some, and I'm blowing through this stuff quick, but I'm trying to tell you everything I did and why I did it. Some of this month's prizes include. That leaves it open to the imagination that there might be more than 4 prizes. Right? Whether there is or not is irrelevant at that point. Okay? And again, strong call to action, and we tell them exactly what to expect. We'll sign you up, then show you our new store. Okay? This stuff. Nobody talks about this stuff much, right? You must, to be legal, have a privacy policy. You must be legal to be legal, have a terms of service. If this page was collecting any kind of money or dropping an affiliate link, you would need an earnings disclaimer on this page to be legal as well. I'm not a lawyer, but I also have a contest rules page where I'll explain everything, okay? Let's look at the CTA here on the register to win. Okay, almost there. Complete this form and be registered to win weekly. Register to win weekly prizes and our grand prize. Got it? All right, so I think this will be a fairly effective squeeze page. We've told them another 4 or 5 times how much they can save and why they need to go save now. Is there any questions on this squeeze page? Suggestion, add that if they've bought a table during the sale and win, they get a full refund. Actually, if they read the contest rules, yeah, and an extra $100 cash. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. I like throwing that in. I could probably fit that in someplace. Where were you on Friday? I should say that not only did I build the page out, and again, Jason can verify, I also built this squeeze page out on top of the e-com store in that time period that I was talking about.
Indeed.
I also built, first, Shopify by default likes to integrate with MailChimp. I've never used MailChimp, so I went over to MailChimp. I set up a new account. I spent about 2 hours screwing with it and then scrapped that, went back over to Aweber, and also built a completely branded outgoing email, and I'll show you that here in a second, that just reinforces all of the things that we've already talked about. Okay, I made every graphic on this email as well over the weekend here. You guys can do this. You really can.
We're taking
It's
care of
supposed to
business,
hurt a
Dave.
little bit.
Hmm?
It's supposed to hurt a little bit, man.
That's true, man.
It's supposed to hurt a little bit. If you're not feeling it, you're not pushing hard enough.
Mm.
And that's just going to be the truth for the rest of your life with everything you do. Well,
True,
as far as
man.
Uncle Dave with a K is concerned, anyway. So, yeah, let's take a look at the email. They opt in. This is going to be the welcome email. Again, reinforces what the grand prize is. We tell them, big bold letters right away, we've got you entered to win. We remind them that we're giving away a ton of stuff over the course of the month, and we've got the very special pricing on our truckload sale. Again, I put the contrast rules right up top here because I think that adds legitimacy and adds trust. That's why I put it at the top and not way down at the bottom in a tiny little gray link. Okay? That's why I did it. Again, the truckload sale. Here we talk about the truckload sale again. Hey, do you guys know there's a truckload sale going on over at weldtables.com that starts Monday? Anybody pick up on that? And then we talk about a little bit of our services here that we mentioned in the video, right? We got them curious in the video. Why not mention our high dollar, high margin, very lucrative weld fixture design service? After all, who's buying welding tables? Probably welders that need to fixture some things. Okay? So now we've used this physical products promo to also start soft promoting expensive services that my company offers. Okay? Easy way to contact us. Once again, complete social proof. Everything's here. Personal touch, picture of me bleeding from the head. They know I'm a real person at this point. Is there any questions about the email or the reason I structured any of that the way I did?
Hey, Dave, I do see a question about how did you build all this stuff? Was it a plug-in or what did you use?
The video's all done in Camtasia.
Okay.
I did all the graphics in Photoshop. Self-taught, right? I don't consider myself a graphic artist, but these seem to turn out okay. The squeeze page is built in Lead Pages. We love Lead Pages. This is actually inside of Lead Pages. Very easy to edit any of it. We're going to talk a little bit more about Lead Pages here and what I'm doing. But yeah, that's what was used to build everything that you've just seen. And the email template I built in Aweber in their drag and drop email builder.
Nice.
Yeah, any negative to an all graphic email? I don't know. All I can tell you is that every e-commerce platform or vendor that I buy from sends out graphic emails. And there should be a way for them to view a text-based email as well, and I think there's enough information here. And if there's not, I'll certainly get them to read a text-based email with a follow-up that happens a week or two from now. That makes sense, Donald? That's not your real name. I don't know what your real name is, but does that make sense and answer your question? Cool. Any other questions about the email? Otherwise, we'll keep rolling. We're about to get to the meat of this thing. You guys ready for this? Yes? No? All right. Here's the funnel. You guys ready? Are you sure you're ready?
Let's do it.
All right. I'm just saying, this is where she gets a little tricky. And like I said, we're going to do another call, and I'll do some videos that explain the mechanics to setting
Wow.
this all up. Okay? Before we talk about what this all means, because I'll explain each one of these boxes, here's the deal. If it's green, it's happening like I want the campaign to happen on Facebook. Okay? If it's red, we're talking about off of Facebook retargeting that will still allow me to retarget on Facebook through a real-time bidding platform. The blue lines are going to be saved for the tail end of the campaign to reach the last little bit of sales that I can squeak out of this thing during the last week of the campaign. Does anybody have any questions about that? Jason, can you just kind of keep an eye on the question box and interrupt me when necessary, because I have it closed.
Yeah, will do.
All right. Here's how this goes. This is the very first thing that's going to happen, right? I'm going to get them to play the shortest video, the one that I showed you here, which is going to be a timeline ad. We've already talked about how I'm going to target. I've built the welding table audience the exact same way I showed you how to build the Jeep audience a few calls back. Okay? It's got a call to action with a learn more button on the bottom of it. Okay. There's going to be 3 custom audiences created from that video. Okay? There's going to be a custom audience created if they click through to the squeeze page, which hosts video 2. There's going to be a custom audience created if they watch the entire video, and there's going to be a custom audience created if they watch a little bit of the video. We'll show you how to do all of that on the mechanical side, okay? If they click, let's take it across the bottom line because it'll be easier. If they watch just a tiny bit of the video, okay, let's call it 15, 20 seconds of the video is probably where I'll set that. I heard Facebook may have changed that where you have to pick 10 seconds. But anyway, if they've watched a little bit, have not watched the whole thing, I'm going to set them aside until the tail end of the campaign when I have a legit reason to bomb them with a hard scarcity angle and social proof, okay? If they watch the entire video, I'm also going to hit them at the end of the list, or at the end of the campaign. However, I'm going to immediately retarget them with static non-video scarcity ads with heavy call to action to my store and soft calls to action to video 2. Right? Why? They've watched the entire video. They're interested enough to watch the entire video. So they're interested. I know that these people are better than these people. Okay? They've watched the entire video. So I'm going to try and drive them to the store. I'm going to remind them that if they're not ready for the store, they can go to video 2 and learn more. Okay? Hopefully, they choose this one, and they come up here, and they give me an opt-in. Okay? If they watch my video, and they click through to my squeeze page, then I'm going to add them to another audience and move them to video 2. Does anybody have any questions about this? Okay. Video 2. It's on a squeeze page. We just looked at it. It's right here. Now, there's a YouTube video sitting here as a placeholder. Okay. However, we will be embedding the video on a post on our page, and we'll be using Facebook's embed code instead of YouTube's embed code to put it on that squeeze page. Why are we doing that? That gives us the ability to take these people and retarget them straight to a post, right? Something that they saw the first time because they watched the whole thing kept them from going to the squeeze page. Otherwise, they would have been on this audience. So by using video 2 on Facebook on the squeeze page with Facebook's embed code, I can now send these people directly to video 2 on a post. Does anybody have that? Any questions about that?
I just think that's pretty slick, man. I've never seen a Facebook embed code used. So awesome.
Yep, because Facebook's given so much love to video right now, you're a fool if you don't use it. Correct. Facebook has realized that most of the clicks off of Facebook go to YouTube. And they don't want that to happen no more. So they're giving a ridiculous amount of love to the video ad platform right now. You know, so use it. Use it to your advantage. We're talking about driving Facebook traffic. We might as well keep them on Facebook, make Facebook really happy. Okay? So video 2 is on a squeeze page. Looks like this. It's a Facebook embed code, not a YouTube embed code. Okay. Once they're on this page, guess what we're going to do? We're going to build some more custom audiences. Okay? We're going to build 2 of them. One of them is going to be from Facebook people that viewed the video to the end. Video number 2, 3.5 to 4 minutes long. Explains the whole thing in detail, gets them foaming at the mouth, tells them why they should be shopping at my truckload sale one more time, and shows them what they can win. If they click this opt-in form, the minute they land on this opt-in form, whether they take any more action or not, I'm going to pixel them through an off-Facebook real-time bidding ad platform. Okay, so if they've clicked the opt-in form, whether they've filled it out or not, I'm going to pixel them. Okay, how am I going to know if they filled it out, and how am I going to separate that out when I go, if I want to send different ad traffic to both of them? Okay, real simple. Once they fill out my opt-in form, regardless of where they have done it, they're automatically redirected to my online store, which means they get this landed pixel. Okay? So now in my real-time bidding platform, I can target people that click the opt-in form but didn't fill it out. Everybody understand that? I can also sort by people that have the landed pixel and click the opt-in form, so I can target the people that definitely came from this page, as opposed to people that just run across the store all by themselves. Okay? Any questions? Yes, no, maybe? I'm going to keep moving unless Jason interrupts me. Okay? The online store. I'm sorry, what?
I said you're good, Dave.
Okay. Once they're on my online store, let's talk about more pixels. I already told you we're going to place 1 from the off Facebook real-time bidding platform. We're also going to paste a custom audience tracking pixel from Facebook on the online store, right? Because then all of these things in red will also apply to those people. We're also going to drop conversion pixels for both the Facebook platform and the off-site platform, or the off-Facebook platform. And we're going to drop product-specific pixels so we can retarget them based on what they shopped for. Okay? All of the off-Facebook pixels will be used in the following way. If they click the opt-in but no conversion pixel, they'll be showed new products and ongoing contests. New weekly contests. Why am I doing it that way? Because they obviously got here, they've seen both videos, they've watched them both, they know what's up, but they didn't buy. I just need the right offer, and I will convert them. We know they're interested. Okay? Landed, but no conversion pixel. Okay, this means they got to the website, they didn't buy anything. Right? They just need something to nudge them over the edge. Right? Nudge them over the edge. So I retarget them with social proof and and special offers. Okay? Conversion pixel in place, right? So they bought something. Upsell products as advertised as new, right? So like for instance, I have a line of clamps that go with these welding tables. I also have some other products that are related to the welding tables. Okay? Those are new products as far as people that just bought a welding table go, right? I release them, targeted advertising. They start seeing these ads 7 days after they bought a welding table. Hey, we've got this new bundle. We've got this new offer. You should come check it out. And we bring them back to the store because at the 7-day mark, they've probably just received their product. They're very excited about it still, and it's the ideal time to get them to come back and buy some upsell products. Okay? And then product pixels. Okay? No conversion pixel. This means we know what they looked at. And with our real-time bidding platform, we can see how many times they looked at it. Okay? So now we target them with save 20% this week onlys on the specific products we already know they want, and we constantly retarget them with social proof video. Any questions? That's the exact funnel. That's exactly how I'm going to work this campaign.
That is pretty dang elaborate, Dave. Solid. So Paulette asks, what retargeting pixel software are you using?
Site Scout RTB.
Site Scout RTB. Thank
Yep,
you.
it's a real-time bidding ad platform.
Okay. Are you using Google Tag Manager for your Pixel Manager?
I'm not. You don't need. You can use Google Tag Manager to add timing to the way pixels are fired in Facebook by tying a bunch of crap together. But the default Facebook watched 10 seconds or more, but not the whole thing, is going to be just fine for me.
That's awesome. And I just want to say too, just to point out, I know Dave's talking about his company, and it may not be relatable from the exact products that we sell and offline, or for those that even do physical products or other type of products. But the thing is, all this is still relevant if you just really look at the mechanics of how he's doing his funnel structure. And one thing that really just screams at me is the specificity in everything. Like there's a reason why you have people that are marginally successful, people that really just knock it out the park, and those that just can't seem to get it together. And when you really look in deep at the people that really are doing well, I mean they take their time, and I mean almost like a sniper, they make sure that shot is just right. And the specificity here is most important. So to me, the core takeaway in all this is that you got to think through every process of what you're doing. And I see someone here that asks, can you give us some ideas on how to use this with offline service and medical companies? And actually that is a call that we'll be doing some stuff on. I've been doing a lot of stuff on this end in the future, but really you can use this for a few ways. I mean, let me give you a pop quiz real quick. What is, speaking of offline, and I'm transitioning here, Dave, so I won't.
Yeah, no worries. And before you keep going, I'm sorry, to interrupt, but this converts over so easy, guys. So easy, right? It's all the same. All you got to do is swap out about 3 words here up top. And yeah, you don't get to play with 100% of the product-related stuff the way I do, but that just makes it easier, right? This can be all about reputation management. Your first minute-and-a-half video is simply a bunch of horror stats about how their bad reputation could be affecting their business, and then how easy it is to fix. Learn more. Boom, pixel number 1 dropped.
Yep.
That's simple.
Absolutely. I guess to give you an example, one thing that I'm doing now is, for example, a blog post. Speaking of reputation, I have a blog post on reviews, and it's about the importance of reviews. So when somebody lands on that blog post, I am I'm capturing that audience putting it into a custom audience. So, capturing that person that lands there. But then there's a call to action at the end of one of those blog posts that they have the opportunity to opt in. They would never see that opt in unless they see that blog post, and they would never see the blog post unless they clicked on the ad. So I retarget the landing page of the blog, and then I pixel, once they opt in as well. So to me, I know they took 3 steps. They clicked on an ad, boom, retargeted. They landed on the ad, they read the blog post, then they opted in, right? So they took another action. So just from that simplistic standpoint and that example, you have people that you can identify who are hotter, right? Because when you think about where we lose out in offline, is usually 9 times out of 10 the follow up. Whether we care to admit that or not is usually in the follow up. Whether it's our lack of follow up because we got too busy or we were lazy or we didn't think we could fulfill, or if you're doing something online, what Dave is doing, what retargeting is, when you look at dropping pixels and identify who's taking certain actions, what this is follow up. That's really all it is. But is follow up plus behavioral dynamics of what people are doing. And the technology out there just allows us to do that. So yeah, you can so use that and offline. I'll definitely personally be giving you all some examples very soon here. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it,
stuff.
it, the technology exists to allow us to do this. We need to be taking advantage of it. There's no point in putting an ad in front of somebody without thinking about why you're doing that and why they would react to it. You have to put yourself in their shoes, and all too often, because we've read too many WSO sales pages, we believe that we can throw a couple banners up on the old Google there and just watch the targeted traffic flood in and convert like crazy. It don't work that way,
Yeah.
right? It just don't work that way. I'm asking people to make an investment here in me, in my company, in my product. I'm going to need to build some trust with them.
That's true.
And back to a conversation that we had in the Facebook group a little bit there. Jason, you closed an ass load of clients that found you,
Yeah.
and I had a huge PO land in my lap out of the blue from a Facebook video that somebody saw a year ago. And we're talking about 40 grand here. Now that's not my cut by any means. It's job shop work. So I don't want to make it sound like woohoo, I put 40 grand in my pocket, but I probably make the company $3,000 profit on that and eat up about 4 grand worth of burden, and that was a $12 ad spend that ultimately brought that client in from New Jersey. How else are you going to reach a guy in New Jersey and sell him welding fixtures? And if I can get on Facebook and sell welding fixtures industrially, right? You can get on Facebook and sell things that are much, much, much more normal on Facebook. It's not that hard. You just need to think about what you're doing. Use the targeting that I explained to you guys on the Thursday Think Tank call when we set up that Jeep targeting list. Just modify it. Make it for offline. There's so many operators. You can probably search, and find a list of operators. But like if we pop over to Facebook here and just go back to Facebook. Let me do that. It's easier this way. And then go face. Great. I don't want to do that either. Damn it. Here we go. Okay, so like if I type in here, let's see. I can go, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but I can go people who like welding and live in Minnesota. Do you guys know you can do that? Right? Now, what you can do here is you can take a look at these people, right? Because you know they like welding, and you can see what they like, right? And then you can go to those pages. So there's all kinds of these search operators that can help you dial in on targeting. And most of them are demographic based, right? So they're kind of tailored for dialing in targeting based around a certain geography, right? So people who like, I'm not going to be able to spell entrepreneurship. So people who own, I don't know if this will work or not.
Maybe.
Oh, I gotta go. It won't let me pull that one. So you'd have to think about it a little bit, but you get the idea. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, you can do business owners who live in Minnesota.
Is that how they phrase it?
Yeah, I believe that's what it is. My mind serves me correct.
Okay, so business owners who live in Minnesota, and then go people, and start taking a look at what these business owners like on Facebook, and then start targeting what those likes are. Right? So it's not that difficult. It's really not. It just takes a little time. I'm sure there's a couple of dozen ultra magic super ninja power ripper softwares out there that'll do it for you. But the reality is like I want to build an audience that I'm certain is just spot on, right? I want that 10 out of 10 relevance score and 7/10 of a cent video view and a nickel a click. And I'll take 53,000 of those leads all day, every day. And I don't care what they're pointed at. I'll find a way to sell them something.
But you know what I guess another takeaway I see out of all this, Dave, and I think this will help everyone on this call, is that you know what you're selling, man. Like you have a line of products, you know it's within a certain niche of products you're selling. And I think that if the people on this call, I think a problem that we all have is just this clarity and this lack of focus where one week we're selling this, the next week we're selling that. But like I can almost promise you with assurance that if you focus on saying, I'm going to sell this service or this product, I'm going to sell SMS only or reputation services only, I guarantee you're going to figure out different ways that you can really start progressively moving forward to say, all right, I incorporated this. Now I'm generating leads. Okay, let me figure out how to turn those leads into sales. So you figure out how to turn those leads into appointments. And like, but I think the problem is that we don't identify what we're really selling, and we're living from our inbox.
Exactly.
We just seen this coupon crash course creator bundle. That's what we're going to do next, and then we can never focus.
Yeah, and that the physical products explosion that's happened over the last year that everybody knows about. My problem with that model from day one is, and there's people on this call I've had this private conversation with, is I'm not going to sell a bunch of stuff that I just don't know anything about because I'm not passionate about it. I could care less about it, right? I'm never going to be the next Bluetooth earbud millionaire. Don't care. On the other hand, I can generate content all day long about welding tables and welding fixtures. Most of my life's been dedicated to it. I enjoy it. You know, I can talk all day long about going four-wheeling and building cool Jeep bumpers. So within things that I'm passionate about, Then I identified products that I knew had traffic. I did not jump willy-nilly into anything. I very predictably told everybody that listened to me approximately how much I was going to be able to sell of what, and I was spot on perfect because I did hours worth of research to determine what the audience size was. Simple as that. I would also encourage a lot of you to explore the local angle and go build a Shopify store for some mom and pop with a product line that you know something about or that you use. And it may not make you rich, but if you do 10 of them that make you $1,000 a month in commission, and they only take you a weekend to set up, I don't know, that sounds like pretty good money over a 90-day period to me. You know? And you don't have to inventory nothing or fulfill nothing, and they probably already got pictures of it, and they're going to handle the customer service. And oh, hey, by the way, can you give me, 10 of these to give away to generate some buzz? Yeah, sure. It's there. If you're passionate about whatever it is, lawn care, go figure out a way to sell some lawn care for somebody. Maybe as offliners, instead of teaching you, and I don't know this is right or wrong, what's about to come out of my mouth, but maybe instead of teaching you what we think is the fastest path to cash, maybe we should have taught you to decide what the fastest path to cash is, and more importantly, what the fastest path to happiness as an offliner is. Because if you know a ton about golf course equipment, you should go find a way to sell some golf course equipment, maybe. Just saying. That's about all I got. You got anything else, Jason? What'd you guys think? Was tonight a good call? You like this kind of stuff?
Man, I didn't take a screenshot of that.
I can put that back up.
Yeah, the funnel, if you could, man.
Absolutely.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, that was a little intense. A lot to absorb here. I understand. So, like I said, I'll do enough, videos and another live call, whether it's a Q&A. Probably what I can do here is some of this retargeting that's going to happen later in the campaign, we could time around launching it live on a think tank call probably. I'll have to get this stuff set up ahead of time, but I'll grab some screen caps as I'm doing it, So.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I appreciate you going over that, Dave.
Yeah, I hope people got. I hope. You and I have had this conversation a long time, many times, where we talk about, what's the best thing we can do to make the most people successful. And I've contended from day one that I believe that there's a certain percentage of think tank members that shouldn't be trying to sell services. They should be trying to sell a product built around something they're passionate about. Whether that's an info product or a physical product doesn't really matter. So I think you probably know if that's the right move for y'all. And if it is, go with your gut. So.
Yeah. That's real, man. That is real. And I tell you, man, every week it's like I resell myself into the think tank. Like I remember just being just a member of the tank, and it's like I always appreciated these type of calls where, we talk real stuff. This is a real campaign that, real marketing you've done and real results and things that you're about to deploy. I mean, you don't really get that anywhere. And when you do see that, it's already polished up, and they only want you to know the stuff that worked, which isn't totally the whole story or true anyhow. So oftentimes embellished.
Yeah, and there's a couple in the question box here. There's a couple of people that point out, just go set this funnel up for an offline client. That's a service all by itself.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a service all by itself because they're not going to be able to do it.
That's true. Matter of fact, that's a very lucrative service. Just
sell retargeting, man.
Yeah, you could. I know a guy, and in one of my groups, he he only sells to, I believe it's like high-end dentist, and he sets up like very elaborate type of marketing funnels. And I mean, we're talking about 10 grand plus just to set up a campaign.
Yep.
It's there. It is
It,
there.
it's there, and here's what I love about what we talk about with the local ecom thing. What I love is it's really cool to do anything in marketing that winds up being successful. It's 30 times cooler when that success also gets to benefit some local mom and pop that couldn't afford to hire you to do a $10,000 funnel, but they'll be more than happy to pay you a cut of their new online store.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it just, I really, really like that model, guys. Easy to pull off. Easy to pull off. And it's a set it, forget it, no fulfillment kind of thing. Yeah, you might have to add some products, but you don't have to take the pictures. You might have to add some content, but you don't got to generate it. You just got to drive the traffic. And maybe it's a company like I can't go too far into it, but like I'm about to do it for, like I said, a wholesale company that sells business to business and for commercial remodeling and commercial construction, right? But it's a high ticket item, a couple $1,000s entry level. Man, I don't need to sell too many of them online to anybody to be real happy with what it's going to bring me. You know what I mean? It just it's a completely doable thing, and if you take it to the local antique shop, the local craft store, I mean, obviously you're probably not going to go set up an e-com store for a restaurant. But how many retail stores are there within spitting distance of you that have no e-commerce presence whatsoever?
Dude, I tell you, it's probably 90% where I live at. Probably
Or
95.
probably 99.
Yeah.
And there's an opportunity here to build them a Shopify store and drive some traffic. There's an opportunity here to help them by putting all their product on Amazon for them and taking a cut. And so much of the bullshit just won't exist because they have to deal with all the customer service. They got to deal with shipping out the crap. So that's not going to be your problem. It's a beautiful model. It should be explored by a handful of people.
Agreed. Agreed. Solid stuff, man. Solid stuff.
We got some cool shit coming in the next 2 weeks for the Thursday Think Tank. Some blow you away kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you something. I had a light bulb moment that no marketers ever had before. I'm talking about another new but stupid simple business model that won't make you rich, but will make you a lot of money.
And I hope you all heard from us, right? This is going to be Think Tank approved, you all. From the tank.
Yeah, you guys are going to dig this, I'm telling you. It's I've never ever ever heard anybody talk about it, and I don't know why, because it's a little obvious, but oh, so powerful. And we're going to talk about that. Probably not next week, probably the week after that. So we will keep you all informed. I got nothing else, man.
I'm done too, man.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed. You guys know where to find us, and pay attention to your email. We will talk to all of you very, very soon. Since it's my call, I'll close the show by saying have a great night and a very profitable tomorrow, and we'll see you soon.
Peace.